about Dallas, make it hurt.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3 o'clock. It is time. Yeah. For the one and the only. I am big time. My show is big time. The electricity is big time. The enthusiasm, y'all know the rest, is big time. I'm here. I'm ready to once again hang with my people. Welcome everybody to the one and the only. This is big time show that is being seen and heard live on several platforms: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter or X, whichever one you want to go by. I am here. I'm hanging with you guys as I always do during this time on this weekend as we navigate. Help me here. Feel like preaching already. There you go. As we navigate through the waters of the drama of the Dallas Cowboys. As once again, we are here for the off season, which always is an adventure. As you come in, I hope you guys would share. Hope you guys would share with me, share the program here with others. And if you're not going to do that, it would be nice if you guys would hit that like button for me, whichever platform you're watching on. Of course, if you're on YouTube, you can hit that heart button. Need about, as I always say, give me about 20, 25, appreciate it, 25 hearts, 25 likes. If you smash it real good, you'll be done in about 10 seconds. On Facebook, it'd be nice if you guys would hit it. Just smash it. I need about 20 to 25 likes, man. That's all I need. That's all I need. I would appreciate it. I look, y'all just don't understand. Well, some of you guys understand what the algorithm does. It puts the show in front of faces that wouldn't even think you have a chance of, putting the show in front of. So I need you guys to help your boy out real quick. I hope you would. Please do that for me. Now, if you want to choose to contribute to the podcast financially, you can do that. I don't never put no money on it. It's up to you. I got stars that are available for Facebook. I have the super chat button there for YouTube. Those are the main two. And if you want to do it by Cash App, if you want to go that route, it's simple. $ the Big Time Show. That's how simple is that. $ the Big Time Show. It's super easy. Matter of fact, if you can't see it, there it is right there. If you want to go that route, you don't have to. It's not a requirement. Just my show is monetized, so it's monetized, so hey, it is what it is. I am actually sponsored. I just haven't done it yet, but I got to find, the little icon to put there instead of just saying it. But I am, and I got to get my little code and stuff. But I am sponsored by Fanatics, the Fanatics show. Not Fanatics show, but where you can get sports gear and all that type of stuff for anything that you want or anything. I am sponsored by Fanatics. I just haven't done it yet. It just shows you how janky I am. I better do that and get you guys to shop with me, if you will. All type of gear or whatever is going on. So I appreciate all you guys that's hanging with me. Listen, share, man, share as we get ready to do it here. Thank you. Let me speak to everybody real quick before we get started. Get on my little rant, and I will get to it. But first, let me type this in since I'm here. Hey, for those content creators, let me give you a tip. Most of you already know it, but I got some that may not know it. Is this little highlight here to everybody? If you're a content creator or you're just a regular Facebook person, you want everybody to get your message, you do that right there. You got to do it from your show. It alerts all your followers that you're on. You just never know who might join you. So there it is. If you're a content creator, you must use that. At everyone, at highlight, at followers, whichever one you want to do. You will be surprised how many people will just pop in on you. People that you wouldn't even think would show up for you. So keep that in mind for everybody. I just want to help out my brothers and sisters that are in the content creating zone. It will. You just never know. Let me just say that. Let me speak to everybody real quick, and I will do it. All right, let's go here. Kid Cowboy in the building. Kid Cowboy is a hater, but I love him. I love Kid Cowboy. Jeff Lee, how you doing, man? You come in on fire already. Everybody say hello to Jeff Lee. He just said he subscribed to my channel. Jeff Lee, have you ever seen me before? Welcome to the Big Time Show family, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Jeff, have you watched me before? Joe in Italy. Joe is solely responsible of my show being international. Now, let me take it back. I used to be on Podbean. Interview that were with me in the beginning. My show was everywhere. You know what's going on. Daryl, my brother, appreciate you, brother. Matt Thompson, how you doing, sir? Shane, how you doing? My frat is in the building. Turn to brother. Okay, appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you, man. Generation Cowboys and Sports Talk. Those were the gentlemen that was on my show last week. Appreciate my brothers coming in, content creators in the house. Greg, what's up, man? Y'all welcome Jeff. He's just joined the family, man. Jeff just joined the family. I appreciate you. Keystone Cowboy, the guru. He's in the building. What's going on? Okay, let's go. Jeff, before I begin, since you follow my channel, I need to know because that'll kind of help me with your vibe. Because if you following Kid Cowboy, I hate to judge you, you know, because of association. Kid Cowboy a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? He's shaky. So, are you a Cowboy fan, Jeff? Let me know. Man, I'm all right, Matt. I'm trying to navigate through these Cowboy waters before I crank up. Hello to those that are on TikTok. Appreciate you guys that are on TikTok. Thank you so much for popping on with me. Thank you so much. Jeff, are you a Cowboy fan? I just need to know. Keystone is almost that time, man, where you need to pop on the show, man. You just about need to pop. It's almost time, Keystone. So you can inform us, because I ain't going to pretend to act like. Oh, okay, Jeff, I got you. Are you a Cowboy fan, Jeff? Keystone will help us with guys that we don't know. I know a lot of guys in the draft, kind of been studying on my own, but I don't know too many people that cover it as well as Keystone Cowboy. Thank you, Jeff. That answers my question. Keystone Cowboy and Boss. My guy Boss writes a book every year. From just ain't the top guys, it's all the way down to the 7th round, even the unrestricted free agents. So, those are my go-to guys, other than the big names that we all know. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are nationally known. I lean on Keystone and Boss. So I need to get Keystone on here. Oh, you follow Mark? Yeah, Mark a good guy, man. I don't think he knows me. I follow his show as well. I don't think he knows me, but he's one of the big boys in the game. So I appreciate his contribution. You're a moderator for him, okay? Got you. I think I got moderators on my show. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get into all that stuff like that. You'll find out. Let's talk, y'all. All right, let's talk. Again, hello to everybody on TikTok. Appreciate everybody that's popping in on and all that stuff. Let's talk, y'all. All right. I need y'all to help me with the show. I'm going to make y'all the producers today. What changes have we had since last week? Other than, let me take away some of your thunder. Other than the combine has started. Other than the combine has started, what major thing, or it don't have to be major. There was one major story that came out, obviously, and that's Abdul Carter. Y'all know about. We know Abdul Carter kind of shook everything up, but it kind of got shut down on his own. For those that have not heard, obviously you know about Abdul Carter, the edge rusher from Penn State, who I believe is a can't miss dude. I believe he's special. It was revealed that he has a stress fracture in his foot. The talk was that he was supposed to have surgery, or they didn't say he was supposed to have surgery. It was I guess some type of a dilemma, or a question of whether he would have to have surgery or not. Thank you, Darryl. That's a good one. I'm glad you said that. Let me put your comment up because I want to go to that. Y'all ain't gonna like what I got to say about that. But anyway, Abdul, since all that little drama happened and people started talking about how far he gonna drop and all that type of stuff, it is now said that he does not have to have surgery and he will have his pro day, at Penn State. So, it's I see you, Shane. I'm about to come back to that. Told you, I think, Shane, just in case I don't come back to your comment, I need you to put that same comment up once I get through what you see on the screen with Daryl. That is good stuff. Yes, Jeff, it would be nice, but he's not going to last that long because if Abdul is going to participate in his pro day, obviously it tells you that there's nothing wrong with his foot, at least to the point where he has to miss that. If anything, he just going to show these people that I'm just fine. That doesn't mean that something might happen later on or whatever the case may be, but I'm quite sure if he really needed surgery, the doctors would have said so. And then, of course, the recovery time for it would have been 8 weeks. So he would have been, perfect, depending on, when we start talking about the feet, as I said a couple days ago, it's kind of tricky. A lot of people say you can come back in 8 weeks, and that 8 weeks turned into 15, 16 weeks. Because if you feel any type of tweak there at all, you're going to sit down somewhere. We've seen this with DeMarcus Lawrence over the years. So, but anyway, he's going to participate. That was the big news starting off. And then, as you see what Daryl said here, that OC's contract is being worked on. Many of you like that. Then there are many of us that is skeptical. Let me give a hard truth about OC. Okay, I like him. I don't want y'all to get me wrong. I like OC. I think he's a real good ball player. He seems to be getting better and better every year. But even whatever level that you think he's on right now, he ain't him. And for $21 to $22 million a year, he ain't on that level. I'm just telling y'all the truth. He's just not. I said he's good. And here's another hard truth. You may not like me saying, but on my show, I just tell it like it is. Y'all know me. And I'm one of the biggest Cowboys fans you ever find. Y'all know that. The truth of the matter is, all this running that teams have done against us the last 3 to 4 years, OC was there. I'm sorry. I seen him get driven back a whole lot. And if you're going to pay $21 to $22 million a year, you would already had to come to the table as one of those type dudes. Now again, I'm saying that he's very good. I categorize him as a playmaking defensive tackle. I don't think of OC as one of the premier defensive tackles in the game. I'm sorry. That's just not me. So if you're paying him, or you have planned on paying him $21 to $22 million, I need everybody to type this in just so I see where y'all stand at and see if somebody thinking like me. Is this, I understand, it's almost kind of like Dak Prescott, okay? $60 million, that was the big thing. And then we'll say, well, it's the market. So again, it's the market for OC. But he's not him. OC name don't come up when people say, please list the best defensive tackles in the game. OC ain't even top 5. And so it's a case of that if they're going to pay him, it is going to be because you obviously are going to overpay for him. And coming from a team that's cheap by nature, I'm actually shocked that they're really even getting to this point of talking to them. I mean, like that. I know we quote unquote love our guys. I get it. This falls into the category of what the Jones family have always said. We love that this is what they count as real free agency. Re-signing their guys. That's they don't mind shelling out the money as long as you were drafted here and you played a 4-5 years in your contract, they will pay you. It's too many names over the last 10 to 15 years that prove that point. I don't need to go down the list. You just start thinking about it. The Zach Martin, the Marcus Lawrences, the Sean Lees. I mean, it is. Appreciate you, Daryl. Appreciate you, man. Have fun. It's so many guys that they have paid. Jalen Smiths. I mean, they as long as it's their guy. In other words, if you were drafted here, they will pay you. All the offensive linemen we paid. They don't mind doing it. It's when the free agents are from the outside, which is what a lot of us are hoping we can get. They don't even pick up the phone for them. They don't even inquire. I'm serious. They don't. It's just what we do. So OC fits into that category that we drafted him. He's played well. He's outplayed his contract. And yes, he's a free agent. And if we're going to overpay, we overpay for our own. And I think that's what's getting ready to happen. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with OC being signed. Personally, I don't want to pay him that amount of money, but it's just like I said about Dak Prescott. Was Dak Prescott considered the best quarterback in the league? Nope. But it was his turn. And I told everybody for months, he's going to be the highest paid quarterback ever. And what is he right now? He's the highest paid player in the league history. Why? Not because he was the best. He was just one of the best. And the market and his position demanded that he get paid that. Kind of like what Brock Purdy finna go through. See what I'm saying? Same rules apply to OC. No, I don't think he should get paid $21, $22 million. That's too much for him. I need dominance. I need dominance if I'm going to pay you that type of money. And OC is to me, he's just not a dominant type guy. He's great, very good player. I want him on the team. I just don't think he's, you paying that, you expecting dominance. And he the same guy that I done seen get ran over the last 3 years. All right, man. I appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you, man. I'm just saying. I don't see it. I'm sorry. And I've seen him get. He's a part of the problem to me when it comes to the run game because he's undersized. He's not even 300 pounds. He's not even 300 pounds. You playing a position that usually kind of demands somebody to be 300 plus pounds. No, but see, Keystone, I want OC, but I already said I want him, so I don't know if you're talking to somebody else or not, but you don't want Washington to get him because Washington already loaded. See, they chasing for weapons. OC is a weapon, especially when you're talking about him playing rotation and certain packages and all that type of stuff. OC will be a serious problem. Serious problem. I don't want to pay him like that. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Washington. If he did go, I wouldn't be surprised if he paid. If he was paid less than what the Cowboys gonna play, because he wants a real chance at winning the Super Bowl, and I'm quite sure they'll convince him. Hey, I'm trying to really win here. If you could just take, $4 or $5 million less, whatever the case may be, I believe Oster would go for that because he can see a ring in his future. I can see that. I don't know that, but I can see it. So I had a problem with that. The next thing, let me tell you something else I don't like about it. The other thing I don't like about it is, see, I don't want them to pay OC like that, then come back and tell me, we need a discount for Michael Parsons because we don't have the money. See, all that type of stuff. See, I believe y'all to pay Parsons first. Then I think you need to, pick your choice. I think you need to restructure that, restructure CD. If you just did that, that's $98 million toward the salary cap. $98 million. Then you pay Parsons because you know what kind of money you got. I ain't even gotten into Terrence Steele, restructure Diggs, restructure Steele, all those types. You have $100 million in the cap. Then you start paying these folks. Pay Parsons first. Then you see, okay, what's left, which will be plenty. Then you start making your moves. See, the Cowboys I got you, Keystone. See, they'll Jerry and Steven will say, well, we paid Osa and that took a nice piece out of the cap. And they'll do that without even restructuring CD and that. And I'll be like, dog, you're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. Of course you ain't got the money that you want because you ain't tried to do nothing. You ain't tried to restructure nobody. See, that's what I'm waiting on. I don't know about y'all, but that's what see. I said this on the show when I on the ride a couple days ago. See, I'm at the point, y'all. I'm not for the conversation no more. I'm not for the interviews. Everybody going through trying to dissect what Jerry and Steven are saying, trying to read in between the lines or what they're saying. I'm not even for the entertainment stuff. I did that for years. I know what the Cowboys are getting ready to do by the actions that they show. That's all where I'm at. If I read across the ticker and say the Cowboys have restructured Dak Prescott contract, Cowboys have restructured CD, the ticker. I can go back on ESPN. See, I need it like this, y'all. This is the way I need it, right? Just like this. I need this. See, like that? See the ticker? That's what I need to see on ESPN. Dak Prescott, contract restructure. CD Lamb, contract restructure. See, if I see that, like y'all seeing right now on the ticker, that's when I know when the Cowboys serious. But as long as they just talking about, well, we got to pay OC, and there's not enough pie. There's not enough pie. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Because they'll let me know just how serious we really are. They'll let me know. Somebody said something earlier. If that's what OC wants and he's not not bagging up off $21-22 million, I may have to consider letting him go and walk. I'm sorry. Because I got to sign Parsons. I want Parsons. You should be getting ready to sign Parsons. Everything else come out the debt. Restructured debt, CD, and $8 million right there. You extend Michael Parsons, that adds to the salary cap too. Just those three moves are over $100 million in salary cap money that you can use for free agent or whatever. Sign your team, re-sign your guys, whatever you want to do. It's just common sense to do this way. You got three ways, three different avenues of restructuring. In other words, kick the money down the road. Well, you're wrong, kid Cowboy. And I've been reading your comments the whole time. Finally, you'll say something that is worth addressing. I'll give you just a little line. Like they are going to restructure that, because if they don't, just this year, he will count for $89 million on the salary cap. You'll be in the hole. You mean, come on now. You're not gonna let that man, that contract get, be the cause of no way. Man, ain't nothing to talk about. There's no way they're gonna go into this season with Dak Prescott's salary affecting the cap that way. It's just no way. They're gonna do it either now or they're gonna do it before the season starts. Pick your choice. It's going to happen. I don't know what CD's cap hit is this year, but I know what Dak's is. It's $89 million. Of course they're going to restructure him. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. They're not going to do that. So you might as well get mad. When it comes to Dak, you get mad about everything. You might as well just go on, get it out now. Go on, say whatever you're going to say. They're going to kick that money down the road. Now, the good thing about the Cowboys is, in this contract now, if you're not familiar with it, they can get out of it in 2 more years. Still gonna cost you a little something. They can. Am I right about that? I think I'm right. Man, say they thinking on Parsons. Man, he's 25 years old, man. He ain't even, he's not even in the prime of his career. I mean, we're talking about a kid that's already on a Hall of Fame type trajectory as it is. I mean, I don't get that. Those type of guys aren't on trees. They just can't get one whenever you want one. Guys like him come along every, 20 years or so. He's just different. He's a dominant defensive football player. Dominant. You don't trade away guys like that. He's on the, he's on that level of, got some more years to go. But he's on, if he can stay healthy, this kid gonna have over 100 sacks. Got over 50 now. Only played 45 years, whatever. Come on now. Now, what you ought to be saying, since a lot of y'all are saying, trade Parsons, get rid, let them do whatever. What y'all, for those that are in that category, what you ought to be saying is just don't extend them. Let them play this out. And then I guarantee you he gonna walk. And that's the easy way. You don't want to pay him. Let him play the contract out. Now be careful, however. You can't franchise him the next year. Michael Parsons wouldn't want that. I mean, that's the ultimate way to not pay him. Just let him play it out. That would tick him off, and he would leave. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And let me say this, because a lot of y'all are in a hurry for the possibility of a whole bunch of draft picks, the unknown, I mean. And make no mistake about it, Michael Parsons is a known entity. He is. You know what you're going to get out of him, whether you like him or not. On the football field, you know what you're going to get out of him. Double-digit sacks. More than likely, if he's not injured, he'll be an all-pro. Bottom line, you know that. A lot of y'all getting excited over the unknown. Because all y'all saying, I want all the draft picks. Well, how you know what you gonna get out of that? How many of you kids y'all want draft picks for? They just get into college. You can't, unless you telling me you know the greatest senior in high school. Cause see, if I'm trading all that, I gotta have somebody that's gonna get close to Parsons' level. I don't want just picks just to have them. I know I got a lot of draft folks in here that love to draft, like Jones family do. But if I got a known commodity, a known valuable piece, at that age, 25 years old, a great football player already, I'm not too quick to want to get that up. Now, if he was 31 or 29, I may entertain you just a little bit, but at 25 years old, oh no. Oh, he's different. Thank you, Sugar Dad. I see you, man. And this is why Kid Cowboy, this is why you trade him. I mean, you got to why you have to restructure him. See, if you don't want him so bad, you got 2 voidable years at the end of the contract. Just sign a 4-year deal. This is why you do it. What's up, Jay Bryant? I see you, bro. See what I'm saying? Man, you got 2 years. You can deal with that. But you got to do something with that cap hit. So I don't know what the excitement about trading. Y'all love the draft. That's the idea of having just an extra pick in the second round, an extra pick in the first round. Man, we talking about the Cowboys. Just because you may have the pick, it don't mean that you're going to pick right. You ought to know that about the Cowboys as it is. I'm skeptical how they're going to do a pick at number 12 right now. I can't even predict what. What's up, JD? I see you. You know, I don't want to do it, but there are some things that are kind of like common sense things the Cowboys need to do, and they need to do it on the front end, and then work that way. They all this waiting around and waiting till the last second to sign guys, knowing you're gonna sign them all the time. My deadlines no, forget the deadline. Restructure that. Restructure CD. It's $98 million by itself. Extend Parsons. Now you got over $100 million of salary cap. Then when free agency comes, if you really want somebody, you have no excuse then, don't you? You go get somebody then. Still got to sign, quote unquote, your guys. Still got to sign all. Create the cap room. You got. It's like having It's like going hunting, and you know you got a loaded gun, but instead of shooting the gun, you got the right bullets. Instead of using it, you want to throw a rock. I'm hunting with a rock. But what, sir? Don't you have your gun to shoot the deer and the birds? All you gotta do, you got a nice piece here. You got Cowboy. You got a nice piece here that you're in control of. You got Dak's contract, CD's contract. You can create all what you want to create. They choosing to say we ain't got enough money. Yeah, if you don't do nothing, yeah. It's unbelievable. And I ain't got time to be waiting to the first week of the season like they did that last year and then talking about we gonna sign. Man, please. Huh? And I'm just saying, this is the part where I told y'all these are the dark days of the Dallas Cowboys because we are now, again, I'm going to keep saying it till y'all figure it out. We took the first step, looked pretty good. Schottenheimer, Eberflus, they're hiring their coaches. It looked like they allowed them to do that. They got what they wanted for coaches. It looked like Jerry and Steven didn't get in the way. They let them have it. Okay, we got a little hope. Okay, that's nice. But this part right here, when we get to free agency signings, whether they're signing your guys or outside guys, and this is the part where you just end up and you just shaking your head because this is Jerry and Steven's world now. We're in the middle of it. And this is usually when they mess everything up. Schottenheimer, they've done their job. They assembled. It seems to be a very nice staff. You can see the direction they're going. They seem to be on the same page so far. Hey, no problem. This little spot right here. When we start talking off season and the draft, this is when Jerry and Steven mess up the year before the year even gets started. Y'all should know this by now. Y'all been Cowboys fan long as I have. Y'all know this is when the problem starts. When the ball is strictly in the hands of Jerry and Stephen Jones. It is the truth. Very interesting comment here. Matthew, I see you. What we ought to have. I'm going to skip over there and go with what Shane said. The NFL has proven, Shane, that when you produce, you can do anything. Cowboys not tired of Michael Parsons running. As long as he's putting up double-digit sacks every year. As long as he's dominating, which he does. Lou got one of the best in the game. My brother Lou in the building. Lou's Take. If you haven't subscribed to him, you need to. He's one of the best in the game. I need to have Lou on here too. Lou, you need to come on over here because Lou is an offensive lineman by heart, and he studies these guys in the trenches. So he just about need to come on the show too. No doubt about it. But when you produce on the field, the list. I mean, this is common sense. When you produce on the field, your little other antics don't count. Why you think y'all just think that Antonio Brown, for instance, just started acting the fool in the last couple of years? Man, please. Antonio Brown been acting the fool all the time. It's just that he was giving you 1,600 yards, double-digit touchdowns, and was a pure dog on the field. Look, you think T.O. was doing, come on, y'all. Why did T.O., if he was such a problem, why he stayed on these teams? You know why. He produced. These ain't the first ones. Some of y'all know some names. When you produce, you might get tired, but as long as he line up on Sunday and do his job, you ain't worried about that. Huh? Thank you. Thank you, Sugar Daddy. Lawrence Taylor, Lawrence Taylor snorted so much cocaine during the game, after the game, at warm-ups, in the locker room, in the bathroom, in his car. Look, Lawrence Taylor did it for years. You don't think the New York Giants didn't know this man was high? Y'all don't think y'all really don't think that? Come on now. But why didn't they say something about it? Doc, they did it because, Lord have mercy, they knew what Lawrence was gonna bring on the field. Come on, y'all. We've been had this. Do you think the Dallas Cowboys, since somebody just said that was the 80s, do you think the Dallas Cowboys didn't know Michael Irvin had a drug problem? Huh? Come on, y'all. Come on now. But why didn't they do nothing with Mike? They knew Mike was snorting. They knew Mike was in trouble all the time. You know why they ain't do nothing? Because on Sunday afternoon or Monday night, you ain't have to worry about Mike. I know JD, but I keep coming up. You said that was the 80s, and then I went to the 90s. I come on up to the 2000s. If you produce, they will look over this stuff that Shane talking about here. Thank you, Sugar Daddy. Another name, y'all see it? Michael Parsons, man, look. It was a different time. Everybody got a podcast. Now, they may not shut theirs down during the season, and Parsons just keep talking. But, I mean, if the man gives you 14 plus sacks a year and leads the league in pressures and is a first team All-Pro just about every year, I mean, come on now. Look, he's a different beast, man. He's a different beast. So I'm really not worried about that. Shoot, if he do what y'all say and really just shut it down, the main is going to have 25 sacks. Shoot. If this is what he's producing and quote unquote he's not focused, I hate to see when he does get focused, man. Kid Cowboy say he's not producing when it counts. Nobody has. If you just judging off playoffs. See, when you're great, I ain't say good. When you're great, people are always going to find something to try to tear you down. Exactly, Jay Bryant. Look here. So far, he has Kid Cowboy. Overall, I mean, he missed those 5 games last year, but I mean, it was overall. Michael Parsons didn't. His good at being at the game certainly outweigh the 4 or 5 games he missed last year. Look what Jay Bryant said. Y'all think Zeke just started being late? It's all about it's the same thing in every sport. When you're great, you get a little pass. You get a pass. It's just, I can't say it no better. David Irvin, y'all remember him? David Irvin had problems, but the talent level, Lord have mercy. What about Randy Gregory? Come on now. Y'all see that? When your talent level outweighs your problems, you still gonna have a helmet in your locker room. You just better make sure that you one of them type of dudes. Other than not, they'll get rid of you. You just walked right into it, JD. I was saying it probably while you were typing. Randy Gregory is the prime example. Somebody should have been cut years before they finally let him go. They ain't let him go because his production, when he finally played, he was a problem on the field. He had a talent that not too many had. He can get to the quarterback. That's why he stayed on team. That's why they waited on him. Trust me, if he didn't have that talent level, he would have got put away a long time ago. Y'all know that. It's about what you got. So when it comes to Michael Parsons, if all you got to say is something about his podcast, the real truth of the matter is we ain't talking about nothing. I bet you Michael Parsons is at practice on time. I bet you Michael Parsons line up and give his all on Sunday afternoon, Monday night, Thursday night. I bet you that. You know, depending on what age you are too. See, most of y'all are flirting around my age or you're a little bit older, and we just old school. We come from the time, man. You know, and I've said this before. We come from a different time. All of y'all in here about my age or a little younger, or you're older than I am. I'm 52. Most of y'all right. Look, listen. We come from a different time, man. And I'm saying all this to talk about Michael Parsons. See, we all come from a time where players were real enemies of each other. I'm serious. You never saw Magic Johnson embrace Larry Bird until it was all over. And I still think it's still something there. The Lakers hated the Celtics. The Celtics hated the Lakers. Michael Jordan couldn't stand the Pistons. He still got the fire in him. Y'all remember the last ride? You see how he talked about Detroit? Why you think Isaiah Thomas still got a problem with Michael Jordan to this day? It's they didn't like each other. You think Ray Lewis liked the Pittsburgh Steelers right now? Seriously. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs, all of these guys, man, they don't like the Steelers. The Steelers don't like the Ravens. Huh? Do you think really that the Colts like the Patriots of them days, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, that whole crew? You really think they like each other? These guys, look, they try to avoid each other. And they 50, 60 years old now. It's embedded into you. That's the group that we come from. These kids now, man, they go on vacations together. You'll never see Magic Johnson go on no vacation with little Larry Bird. Never. That's why they make the big story. If y'all basketball fans, y'all remember when they were both on the Converse Converse tennis shoes. You remember Bird had his shoes, Magic? That was the first time where they found out, hey, we got something in common. Good Lord, that was 1985, 86, 87. 87, I believe. They've been killing each other since the late 70s. That's when they finally started speaking to each other. Come on now. That's the era that I grew up in. I got guys now, and look, it's been since the early 90s since I started playing. I see the guy now, it's still something there. Only thing we can talk about is when we played each other. Remember, it's like it was yesterday. I'm serious. Something that happened in 1990. I can remember the play. I can remember where I lined up. I can remember the set they were in. I can remember the mistake that I may have made. I can remember hitting somebody. I can remember I remember what I said when I hit them. I can remember what they told me once they picked up 5-6 yards. I remember all that stuff. And to this day, 40 years later, it's still, boy, I just got goosebumps right then thinking about it. I'm serious. These kids now, man, look, look, the way that LeBron and Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen and Paul Pierce and Rondo got together when Boston won, and when LeBron and D-Wade and Chris Bosh got together, it would never happen during our day. It would never happen during our day. We couldn't stand each other. So I said all that to say this about Michael Parsons. I had a problem with Michael Parsons, after the Green Bay Packers beat our brains out in the playoff game. And my God, he had Jordan Love on his show 2-3 weeks later, laughing and giggling and laughing how they beat us. And I'm like, oh, you killing me, man. Everybody that beat us be on his show. I personally don't get that. I'm sorry. You gotta let that go big time. No, I don't. Y'all got something that I want. At least that ought to be the attitude. With the Cowboys, forget the Super Bowl. You standing in the place where I want to get. Well, what's that play? Second round of the playoffs. Hey, we jumping too high. That's the only part I can't stand about that. And that's not a reason why he need to go, Kid Cowboy. If that's the reason why if he wasn't producing, then I say you may got an argument. But make no mistake about it, Michael Parsons produces. So let's not get it twisted. Let's not even act like he's not a problem on the field. Stop it. I'm not even going to entertain that. He's a problem. Offensive coordinators spend hours on hours of time trying to figure out where he at, where he gonna line up, what is he doing. They have to formulate a whole game plan, commit 2 or 3 guys to go hit him, to go get in his way. That's how dangerous he is. You have to commit 2 or 3 million at times to try to stop him. If you only got 11 on the field, good Lord, if I got to commit 3 guys to you, something that ought to tell you what this guy is capable of. Let's stop it. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all this real quick. Y'all may not like it, you can say what you want to say, but it's just the truth. There's only a few men that I've seen over the years that had to have that type of attention. And it was the greats. Aaron Donald demanded 3 men. Just telling you the truth. J.J. Watt in his prime demanded 2 to 3 million on him every snap. Let's not act like you ain't seeing what you're seeing now. Stop it. On the field, Michael Parsons demands, all y'all that's talking against Michael Parsons, I need your voice or I need your fingers to type real quick. Michael Parsons never goes one-on-one with nobody. Just say amen. That's all you gotta do. That's just the truth. Y'all talking about because he talk on the podcast. On the field, he demands 2 to 3 men every play. Am I lying? The best get that type of treatment. You want to know how valuable he is? That'll let you know. That ought to let you know. That ought to let you know right there. It's only a few guys in this league that demands that type of thing. Well, JD, probably the reason why is because you're smart. You know, if he's undersized and he's going against a 330 plus pound tackle, and then you got a tight end that's chipping them, and you got a running back that's chipping them all at the same time. Usually it's 2, the tackle and the tight end. That's 600 plus pounds against a man that only weighs what? 2 what? I mean, big guy versus little guy. He has the speed, however, to get around some guys. He has the speed to get past a center. Okay? Of course, if you run the guy, you're running at him, you got a good chance of slowing him down. The whole goal is to slow him down in pass rushing situations. Oh, come on now. He's on the side and still putting up them type numbers. I mean, come on now. I ain't got to defend Michael Parsons. Kid Cowboy says not 3. You ain't watched enough film, Kid Cowboy, over the years then. And even if it wasn't 3, which it is sometimes, if he demands 2 guys, I mean, what does that tell you? Come on now. I'm not, go back to the original statement. I'm not trading him away. I'm not. Y'all want all this first round pick and 3/3 and all that type of stuff. Okay. It's kind of like the draft this year, y'all. Y'all want all this stuff. I got a question for you though. How many of them this year, just in this draft here, you got 10 picks? How many of them really gonna make the team? Seriously. When we get to after that 5th round, okay? And I'm questioning even the 5th round. Just in case y'all don't know, and I'm quite sure you do, we got 3 picks in the 5th round. How many, and they ain't counting the 6th round. How many of these guys this year y'all so excited? We got 10 draft picks. We're really going to make a move. We're really going to establish the new, it's turning around. The new Cowboys. We're getting rid of the old, and this will be the foundation. Okay, out of those 10 picks, how many really going to make the team, man? For real. How many of these 10 picks going to be on the practice squad? How many of the 10 going to get cut? Seriously. Y'all want to sell me on a bunch of unknowns in opposed to the known valuable player that Michael Parsons is. Y'all can trade him. I'm not. Never. I'm paying him. Why? Because see, if you're going to pay Osi and value him like that, didn't you draft Michael Parsons too? Oh, okay. Don't you like to pay your own? Oh, okay. I think Michael Parsons fit that category, right? See, the problem is, and I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. The problem with the Cowboys is this. Mark this down. Listen to me good. The Cowboys' problem is they really don't mind paying guys. They don't have no problem paying their linemen. All the great all-pro linemen we've had over the last 12 to 15 years, they don't have a problem paying the linemen because their mindset is from the 90s. If we have a great offensive line, we're going to win a whole lot of ball games. So you got to pay for that. They don't mind paying the Tyron Smith. They didn't mind paying. They didn't mind paying Travis Frederick. They didn't mind paying Larry Allen. They didn't mind paying these guys. They didn't mind paying them because they wanted to have the best line in the game. Having the best line in the game gonna cost you. Nobody had a problem really getting money until just a couple years ago when Zach Martin started crying, but they gave him his money. So they really don't mind paying that. It seemed to me it's just at the skill position. Oh, they got a problem then. Whether it's what they're homegrown or not. You better not be one of the top players in a position with the Dallas Cowboys. You better not be, because you finna go through all type of drama to get paid. It's almost like they punish you for being the best at your position. They already knew Dak Prescott money was gonna be crazy when they just signed him. They knew it. The market demanded it. They knew it, whether he the best or not. They knew when it comes to quarterbacks, it's all about who's next. Dak turn coming, you know you're going to pay the price. When it comes to wide receiver, though, oh my God, they got a problem with it. They got a problem with it. They ain't used to that. Huh? I agree, Jay Bryant. And we're going to lose a lot in free agency this year, which is what you're saying. I'm still asking the same question, though. How many of these guys we going to draft are going to the practice squad? How many first, second team All-American are going to be on the practice squad? How many of these guys that we got are going to contribute really in the first, I guess most of them, we'll just say the first 3 years? Or are they going to play, are they going to be like Israel? A guy that's been on his team for a while just can't get on the field. I mean, is that their future? I mean, come on. I understand what you're saying, Jay. But all I'm saying, compared to Michael Parsons, to me, shouldn't even be a conversation, but got a lot of, Exactly. I don't know why I got on there, but hey, it is what it is. Let me go back to another thing. All right. As always, let me throw this out. Somebody said it earlier. Let me go to it. If you have been watching the combine, then you must be impressed by a few things. Number one, not a lot of us, but a lot of people who cried out about Genty is finding out, because you're finding out that there are some other running backs, stuff that we've been trying to tell you. And Genty would be a, real good pick. I know you say, JD, that they blackballing. He talking about Izzy. Bottom line is he ain't hit the field. Just saying. Another draft pick that we really still don't know what he is, other than a special team player. Jay Bryant, that's the part where that's the problem of the Dallas Cowboys right there. And you're right. That's the problem. What if your depth free agents that you sign, which the Cowboys specialize in, your depth free agents ain't no better than your draft picks? Kind of like what we had last year. Picked all these guys off the practice squad, put them in the lineup. They were pure trash. Okay? I'm really talking about from the cornerback position. So that's the problem. We draft for depth. We don't draft for impact. That's the problem. Back to what I was saying. I know some of y'all were saying it. I don't see the things that are happening. Here's the thing. I don't know if I believe it or not, but Shedeur Sanders seems to be dropping. Have y'all noticed that? Shedeur Sanders is dropping. There are GMs that are saying that he needs to be at the bottom of the first round. Now, I don't know when all this happened, but that's what I'm hearing. And Shedeur is being Shedeur. See, a lot of y'all don't like Parsons because he talked, but a lot of y'all don't like Shedeur Sanders because of his confidence. Not to have anything to do with the Cowboys. I'm just saying. A lot of people don't like Shedeur just because, number one, you got inner hate for Dion. So now you want to take it out on his kid. That's the truth. And everybody know it. Then number two, you really just don't think he's that type of quarterback, which is their right. Even though there's too much film that says that he is. And then you don't like just cause it's been known and proven that you don't want your quarterback to be a diva. Understandably. Exactly. See, they're like Jose, he say Shador Sanders talking too much. He been doing it. People don't like because he got chains on. Throwing his watch up in the air. After he scored, make a good play. People don't like the shine. People don't like the bravado. People don't like the cockiness, if you want to call it that. You just don't like his vibe because he get it naturally. He been around his daddy all his life. Why wouldn't you think that some of that wouldn't rub off? The kid is an all-American quarterback. Kid, without a doubt, is one of the best quarterbacks in college football this year. Without a doubt. Everybody knows it. Why wouldn't you think he wouldn't do all that? You may not want your quarterback coming in with diamond chains, but he been doing it. He got money. He can buy that. People didn't like Cam Newton when he first came in because Cam was cocky. See? People didn't like that. You don't want it. You don't want it. He's a very good. Put it this way: if you're saying that he's not the best quarterback, that's opinionated. That's fine, but you're not gonna put too many names ahead of him saying that they were better than him. Okay, what you say? And that'll be the truth. You just don't want to admit it, but he can play. But I said all that to say that, and this is Cowboy related. If he's dropping, then that's real good for us that picking at 12. Because what's gonna happen is they doing all that yip talking right now, acting like they don't like him, but some team is gonna leapfrog somebody and jump up ahead to go get him. That's all that's gonna happen if he is really dropping. See what I'm saying? Somebody, if he drops, I'm talking about like if he hadn't been picked up by pick 6 or 7, somebody is going to move up and they are going to leapfrog trying to get him. It's got to happen. All right? All that's going to do is knock some of these targets that we've been calling, is going to push them right there in front of us at 12. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to get prepared. It's going to be so many choices at 12. Even if Shador goes like most people think, 6, from 4 on down. Even if he does that, we still going to have so many choices at 12 that some of y'all going to be mad. Because y'all going to be thinking running back, they're going to pick a lineman. Some of y'all going to want another lineman, they're going to pick a linebacker. Some of y'all going to say, get the linebacker, go defense right there. They're going to pick a wide receiver. And all of those things are going to be there at 12. If Shador, for instance, at first it sound like Abdul was going to drop it. I think that's dead. I think that Abdul Carter going to be right where he's supposed to be, possibly 2, 3 maybe, something like that. 4, no later than 4. But if some of this stuff is what I'm hearing about Shador dropping, somebody is going to leapfrog and get up there to go get him, and they're just going to push guys right on down to us. So here's my question to you guys. Let me just give a scenario. said this before, but some of y'all weren't with me on the ride. I asked the same question. Because I've seen another name drop too, who they said was going to be top 5, top 6. And that is Ted McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona. And I'm saying, like, you say, what? What? McMillan from Arizona dropping that far? Okay, let me just throw it up since y'all heard it too if you've been paying attention. Let me tell y'all something. I just throw the scenario up, okay? I think I know what most of y'all gonna say. I don't need all the extra. I ain't asking for the extra and all that. This is what I'm saying. Let's just say, for instance, 12 is there. And Ted McMillan, Ashton Genty, give me Walker from Georgia there. A lot of y'all gonna say he dropping. I can't tell you. I'm just giving you a scenario. This I believe this is gonna happen. You're gonna have all these guys that are there, and the Cowboys gonna be like, I be dang. We got a real decision to make here. At 12 at least. If you got Ted McMillan there and Ashton Genty, I really could just stop right there. I'm gonna go Walker. Let me throw this one out. Let's see. Unknown. See, I got a problem with you already right there. Y'all forgive me. Y'all let me talk to unknown. First of all, unknown, you seem like a person who probably go to show and doing it. First of all, you gotta, since you don't know my show, unknown. I wish I could call your name, but you're unknown. Okay. First of all, I'm just having fun, man. This is not my source of income. My show is monetized. Oh, okay, you one of those guys. Okay. I'm gonna entertain you just for a little bit before I block you. Because I like people like you. I got a job, man. Been had a job a long time. Do pretty well at it too. I do real good at it, actually. It's just fun for me, man. So I ain't really worried about income. I mean, my shows are monetized, but I'm not totally dependent on it. So I'm not trying to make it from here. I agree with you, actually. That's why I got a job. So I'm not going to make it if I just do, this right here. So I actually agree with you on that. All right. Now, let me get to this one right here. So I agree with you on that. So that's why I got a job. Y'all let me have him real quick, y'all. I know y'all don't want me to do it, but these type of people think they can come in and just intimidate and all that type of stuff. He says, no, don't let him out yet. Let me finish with him. He says, only decision you make are the amount of chicken you eat in a day. Man, you got a camera in my house? Man, I eat more than chicken. I believe you probably eat some too, though. No, JD, I like this. I like this. I usually don't do this, but I'm going to do it. I didn't know chicken had a color on it that black people, all they do is that, and then, white people, they don't eat chicken. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Maybe you can help me out on that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, now I don't make that type of decision, but judging by that comment right there, they tell me you have a little racism in you. So, I hope the Lord enters into your heart, because you've probably been carrying this around for a long time. And, I hope the Lord change your heart, because your heart ain't right. It is not. And I just hope the Lord change your heart. See, I'm a preacher too, whether you know it or not, I know. So I pray for you. I pray for you, brother. You know, hope, because see, God can turn anything around. He's known for changing things. And he'll change even the most wicked of heart, the people that have wicked hearts, and you fall into that category, obviously. But I hope that the God changes your heart. You still have time. As long as you're breathing, you have time to get it right. God is a God of love, and he made you just like he made me. And we have choices to make. We have choices to make, okay? So you choose to be this way. That's not of God. Okay? So y'all thought I was about to go off on them, y'all. So y'all, let's see I'm being real nice. Okay? Somebody done blocked the man. See, you blocked them for me. I got some shooters in here. Okay, it is. But unknown, if you're still there, I hope the Lord convicts you. I'm not going to do you the way you did me. I'm not going to talk about you like that. I'm not racist. I believe everybody is God's children. And we all make mistakes. Y'all have little hang-ups here and there. But as long as we're breathing, we got a chance to get things right. Just got to make the choice to do it. You choose racism, I choose not to go off on you. Because there's a lot of bold people behind computers. You wouldn't say that in front of my face. Not that I would knock you out. I wouldn't do all that. I'm just saying you wouldn't take the chance of doing it. Because you know you might run up on the wrong person now. And it'll be a problem. All right. So, Unknown, thank you for your time. I shouldn't have gave you this type of spotlight. But since you're going to go that way, you're going to have to find another show to go to, because unfortunately, and y'all know I don't do this, but I'm finna block you, brother. You have a great day now. All right? Bye-bye. All right. Sorry about that. I just ain't the type, y'all. I don't take that too good. But I did. I see, I did it right though, right? I didn't do nothing. But see, I'm called to you. I understand that. See, I understand that. And you the type I need in here. You the type of person I need in here. But I'm called to talk that way. See, if I went off on them and all that type of stuff, I'd jump in the boat with them. So I just point out and say, hey, you ain't got the heart of God. Not talking like that. I'm just pointing that out. Right after that, he got to choose. His very next comment will tell me all I need to know. Okay? But I love you, T. And all of you in here that have always had my back. Thank you. You don't have to. And look, I got a mixture here. I got white people in here. I got black people in here. We all have a good time. We disagree on methods about the Cowboys. We disagree. See? But y'all know. Got it. Now, let me go back to where I was. I ain't forgot it. You got Ted McMillan there, seeing you dead in your face. Okay? You got Ted McMillan there. You got Ashton Genty. You got whatever lineman you want. You have you got Luther Burton still there. Some of y'all like Iboka. Some of y'all like him. He's gonna be there. Do you see all of the options that you probably, even if Shador don't fall back, all of these guys, I'm telling you, maybe with the exception of McMillan, it's just hard for me somebody believe he's gonna drop that low. But if he does, Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like, we can't mess up 12. Now, some of y'all gonna want this position. You're gonna be, oh my God, you could have got this person. And let me just go and throw y'all in. You can say what you want to say. Let me just go and tell y'all this, y'all. If McMillan is there at 12, oh my God. Knowing that I can get another running back later on and still get a running back and have a definite, bona fide number 2 wide receiver who has number 1 traits. Oh my God. McMillan is the pick. They wouldn't have to wait the full 3 minutes or whatever it is, 5 minutes. They wouldn't have to wait for that. I would turn that card in so fast, 5 seconds, all I need. See, I'm just throwing this out here now. Yeah, I saw it, T. He's fast. He's a good running back. But, we wouldn't really know about him because Genty was there. We don't even know who the backup running back was at Boise State. I'm telling y'all, listen, if you give Dak Prescott, you want a quick fix, real quick? Let me tell you this. If McMillan is there at 12, you give Dak Prescott CeeDee Lamb, Ted McMillan, okay? And then in the second round, I'm just throwing it out there, you go give me a Hampton as a running back or Caleb Johnson and all these other good running backs. Look, let's go play football. You don't think that the Dallas Cowboys wouldn't be scoring? Oh my God, y'all. I don't know if McMillan ran. I don't know. Tech McMillan, look, goodbye. If you keep him, you just keep him. But Ted McMillan, it becomes remember now what we said, a few weeks ago. We talking about day 1 starters. Ted McMillan will be a day 1 starter. Goodbye, Cooks. Goodbye, Cooks. You might be on the team, but you ain't starting. I'm talking about a quick fix. I'm talking about 30 points a game. That's what I'm talking about. Easily. I'm talking about a run after the catch type wide receiver with McMillan. CD is a run after the catch, guys who ain't just gonna fall down. He's not a possession type receiver. You let him go one-on-one, he's going to destroy you. Y'all don't believe me? Go watch his tape. You talking about a quick fix. You talking about giving Dak Prescott weapons. All it takes is, I've always said, all it takes is just one or two guys. You go get Ted McMillan. Oh my God, you done took care of a lot of stuff. You look, Ted McMillan on one side, CD on the other side, whoever your third receiver is. Let's not forget about Jake Ferguson in the middle. You gonna sit there and tell me you wouldn't take that? Oh my God. Forget Genty. But I wouldn't be mad if you take Genty. No, Shane, I see what you're saying. Okay? But let me take your mind back. Good question, and it's a legitimate question. Exactly, Kid Cowboy, and I'm coming right to that. Okay, you see the question that Shane put up here. You can go that route. You can. But here's the thing that you have to admit, Shane. If we saying upgrade the line every year, that obviously means that the line was questionable. Right? What did Dak put up? 30 touchdowns. 40, 42, 4,300 yards a year. No, didn't win the playoffs, but talking about a guy who made several Pro Bowls. Talking about a guy that was all pro. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. If we need an upgraded line, that means that Dak Prescott needed upgrading for years then. That'd be the case. And then if you're talking about upgrading the line chain, then getting another rookie ain't the answer. Because you're with a crapshoot then. If you're going to tell me that you're going to get me a offensive lineman as a veteran, okay, now you're talking. A Ronnie Stanley from Baltimore. Those type guys. Yeah, I say okay. Okay. I'm with you on that. But if you're talking about draft, I mean, that's the unknown again. I ain't got time to find. See, you was a great tackle at your college. But when you got to the league make you look a little mediocre. Kind of like what y'all say about Tyler Guyton. Guyton was an All-American. He didn't look like All-American. He didn't look like All-American last year, did he? He's a rookie. So if you're telling me that you're upgrading with free agency, I'll say okay, we can talk now. Yeah. But if you're talking about just the draft, see, first of all, let me say this again, y'all. See, at 12, you got to start. I'm not drafting the guy at 12 who I'm wondering if he can start. I say that's a waste pick. That's a waste of a pick, y'all. I agree, Jay. That's the other side of it. That's true. I'm just saying, y'all. The line, it ain't really, y'all thinking there's open spots on the line. I'm not sure we got an open spot on the line. They're not finna give up on Tyler Guy after 1 year. Y'all kind of heard that in the press conference this week. You heard Schottenheimer say, man, this dude is Guyton is in the weight room every day. He looks stronger. We can't wait to see him go to work. I mean, he ain't finna give up on no first round. The Cowboys don't do that. They're not giving up on BB, nor should they. So where's really the open spot? If y'all want that, look, they paying Steele. I don't know why y'all thinking Steele just finna go sit down somewhere. I don't know why y'all thinking that. So really, where's really the open spot on the line? Where is it? I'm serious. Where's the open spot? So the draft ain't the answer. Not at 12. Now, if you're telling me you're going to get an offensive lineman somewhere, fourth, fifth round or whatever, and you're going to develop him, then I say, okay, I ain't got no problem with that. But not at 12. That's why I ain't so hype about drafting an offensive lineman. It would pick 12. I don't want to see that. I don't know really if it's a spot open. And if you're talking about right guard, I've been saying we got the answer in the locker room. See, I like Brock Hoffman. I do. I love Brock Hoffman. I believe Brock Hoffman is a starter on most teams in this league. I really believe it. I'm just saying. If you're worried about Zach Martin retiring, you may have the answer already in there. BB played guard. Hello. In college. You ain't finna sit him down. If you like Hoffman at center, which he can play. Hello. If you don't want to move BB, guess what? Brock Hoffman can play guard. I don't know. I don't know. Exactly. Sugar, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't give up on guys. They don't. So I'm not, me personally, I'm not drafting the unknown again at 12 or offensive line. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm just, but in fairness, the option is there. Okay? The option is there. The option is there. It's going to be there because I got a feeling, man, we're going to have to make a real decision in the direction that we really want to go. For real. And I'm factoring it all in. We don't have no linebackers at all, y'all. I mean, we got, well, I'm serious. I mean, let me take that back. You know, we got Maris. They haven't made a decision on Eric Kendricks. Vigil is a free agent. You know, it depends on, I guess, what package you're talking about. Michael Parsons is listed as a linebacker, but other than that, they're not going to re-sign Ramon Clark. You know, they're not going to sign him. So, you know, if you're really talking about a need and, you know, Overshawn obviously is not going to be ready to go until, you know, maybe, you know, I heard what he said earlier about, you know, he might be back in week 8 or 9 or something like that, you know, but they tell me I ain't got nothing for. Oh, man, Andy Stone. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Appreciate that, T. Artist Andy Stone has passed away. It's not good. Great neo soul type thing. But to get back what I was saying there, I just don't know, y'all. Exactly, JD. But that's a need. I think all we really have on the road now is just 2. You know we got to have some linebacker. And you know the Cowboys can set that up by free agency, and it may not need it may not need to be day one free agents on that. But you need a guy that has experience at linebacker that can play. You know, may not be a big name, but I believe that's where Cowboys will really spend free agency money at linebacker. Because other than the names that we've heard that are kind of like guaranteed guys, is Walker from Georgia and Campbell from Alabama. Now, there's still plenty of good linebackers there when we talk about middle round, later rounds that can play. Those are the, you know, free agent, you know, the depth guys, which is good because you got to have that. We need linebackers. We need linebackers. So I like I've said before, I wouldn't be mad. That wouldn't be my choice, but I wouldn't be mad if we had picked linebacker at 12. Because you know what the Cowboys gonna say. Cowboys gonna say, he was the highest guy on our board, because you know their board is different than everybody else. See, the Cowboys stuff to say we had him rated higher than Genty. You know, that type of stuff. That's why we picked him. See what I'm saying? That's and there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just that I wouldn't do it. Especially if it just depends on who's there. So again, as I'm saying, we got to pay attention because see the combine will start, the guys are moving up, talk of the car, you know, some of the guys that you may have thought may probably be a top 10. Just turn it on. Turn the TV on. It very well may be some of these guys are dropping. It very well may be that. And if that's the case, all I'm saying is guys are going to be right there. And it is a really, to be honest with you, 12, about, you know, from 10 to 12, well, I can go further, 10 to maybe 14. Man, that's a beautiful spot to be in. But you got all the options there. So things are about to really pick up. And maybe some of this stuff is just want to talk to try. This is when everybody start playing poker, trying to talk people down. When really they want them. That's the type of stuff. I just, as far as Shador Sanders goes, I don't see him getting past. I believe the Jets are at 6 or 7. I don't see the Raiders passing up on Shador Sanders. I think they're 6. I don't see the Jets passing up on Shador Sanders. I just don't see it. I don't see it. So, but even if it is 6 or 7, that means guys are still moving down. And the Cowboys going to have a real decision to make. And that's what's going to be interesting to me. Very interesting. So let's as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the combine. Let me say this also about what the new thing. It's not the new thing. It's been this way, but it's really being highlighted this year that a lot of people are not working out at the combine. They're not going to run. They're not going to show their skill set. They're not going to do all that stuff. And the kids are preferring to do it on their pro days and wherever they went to school. What's wrong with that? Why is it such a big deal? Why are you mad that Abdul Carter said he gonna do it at Penn State? Why are you mad that Genty says he's not gonna run there? Gonna run at Boise? What's the problem? Or somewhere else? On the weather there. Why are you mad that Shador says he's gonna throw at Colorado? You're gonna get everything that you want. It's just gonna have to be a couple weeks later. What's the big deal? Draft ain't until April. Pro day is before April. Shador is gonna be throwing to. Why are you mad at Travis Hunter? I got a super chat. Terry says Walker and Hampton is an A draft. In other words, Walker at 12 and Hampton at in the second round. I don't think nobody would have a problem with it. I wouldn't. I just want to know who available at 12, don't Terry. Before I say, I wouldn't have a problem with that regardless, but I would want to say that. Why would you be mad at Shador for not throwing in Indianapolis when he's going to Colorado? And check this out. He's going to be throwing to 3 guys that are in the draft pool. Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn Jr., the other kid, number 30, I forgot his name. Will Shepard is going to be there too. Big tall receiver, but it's another guy that he has. Why are you mad at that? If you're going to have scouts there, the least you want to do is look the best you can. Since you essentially are trying out. I want to throw to my receivers. I don't want to throw no guys on. It ain't the first time, y'all. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? In the case of Shador, he has Pat Shermer, his offensive coordinator at Colorado. Pat Shermer was a NFL coach, NFL head coach. Why in the world Pat Shermer knows what the NFL is looking for in a quarterback? You don't think he's going to script the plays to prove what kind of arm this kid got? I hear you, Jay, and I watch your tapes that you gave. I like them myself. I wouldn't want to draft linebacker at 12. I mean, if that's what we got, it is what it is. No, Kid Cowboy, it's still a free workout. You just gotta get on the airplane and go see him. It's free. You just ain't getting it in Indianapolis. You gonna get it in Boulder, Colorado. That's the only difference. Same stuff. Pat Shermer is a former NFL coach, head coach, who is an offensive coordinator by nature. He knows what the NFL wants to see at that particular point. Kind of throws, and I ain't talking about no go routes. I'm talking about 20-yard out and all that type of stuff. Stuff that's gonna show your arm strength. Come on now. It's not a big deal. I don't really need to see Ashton Jeanty run. I got tape. I know what he can do. I don't need to see Travis Hunter. I got tape. I don't need to see him do nothing. I know he fast. I know he kick. I know he got a catch radius out this world. I know he can play cornerback. I know he can be a wide receiver. I ain't worried about some guys. Some guys, you just getting to see some athleticism. Some guys really ain't got to work out. Just draft me. I got everything you need to see on tape. I don't need to run on 40 for you. You know I'm fast. Just look at the tape. Watch how folks disappear when I run by. That's all you need to see. Some guys don't need to do all this. I get the quarterbacks. That's fine. But a guy like Travis Hunter, a guy like Jeanty, a guy like Hampton, since you throw that up there, it's some guys I don't really need to see at a pro day. I already know what they are. Not really. All it is, Kid Cowboy, you not doing. I'm not doing it on your time. If I'm gonna do a pro day, I want to be at my best, and my best is with my players, so you can see me at my best. Because that's what I had on film, was me playing for a team with my best. Only difference is, instead of seeing me, you got on the plane to come to Indianapolis. Now you just got to get on a plane to come to Colorado. You're going to get all you want to see. Full workout. I'm going to run this 40 for you. I'm going to do all the drills. I'm just going to do it in my place. It ain't that big of a deal. Everybody doing it. You got some kids that's going to work out. That's for guys that are trying to move up. But the guys that are already considered to be up regardless, they don't need to do all this. You really think Travis Hunter really need to do this? For real? Really? You really think a guy like Abdul Carter needs to? All day Abdul Carter got to show fans is that he can run on his foot. Before everybody knew about the stretch fracture, Abdul Carter didn't have to do nothing. The tape tell you exactly what he can do. He's one of those can't miss guys. You ain't got to see that. You know what he about. Travis Hunter ain't got to show nobody to nothing. It matters quack for guys that are not really, these guys are in the 4th round, projected in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, maybe even 7th round. It matters for them. Combine don't mean nothing for Travis Hunter. That's why you go up there and just do an interview. That's it. That's all you're getting out of him at the combine. An interview. That's why Shedeur Sanders, just all he did was just an interview. Where the press can answer, he can talk to teams, get to find out about his character a little bit or whatever. That's all he did. But as far as skills go, Travis Hunter don't need to be there. For what? For what? Exactly. What JD just said is right there. He gonna throw. It's just not gonna be in Indianapolis. Gonna go right down there to Miami. And right down there to them kids that's about to be drafted from Miami. And he gonna make them look good. They gonna make him look good. See, the mind is already made up about Cam Ward. Is either Tennessee gonna pick him at 1 or not? See, it's already without them throwing the ball. Some of these guys, their destiny is already set. That's what I'm saying. Some of these guys don't need to do all this. They're just confirming what you already know. Cam Ward, if he didn't throw in Indianapolis, and if he don't throw in Miami, he was probably still gonna be picked number 1. Abdul Carter ain't got to put no shorts on, no cleats, no helmet, or nothing. Whoever's drafted number 2 or 3, whatever, they're going to pick Abdul Carter. Why? Because you got some guys that are already can't miss products. Now, you ain't got to say Shadour's a can't miss, but he's certainly going in the first round. If you go in the first round, it means you're a can't miss. Or at least they perceive you to be that way. Gente don't have to run nothing. Gente don't have to do that. And even though some of y'all always say, well, can he do it against the big boys? Well, he ain't playing no big boys at no pro day. He's running against air like Zeke do. Like Zeke Elliott, running, screaming, and all that type of stuff. All thing you want to know is how fast he is. Is he a 4.5 and under guy at the running back position? That's all folks want to know about Gente. How fast really are you in shorts? We saw how fast you are with pads on. Everybody you got pads, you can run through. We saw on film that you can run through people. We saw that. We just want to know how fast you really are. That's all thing they want to know about Gente. I'm just saying. I'd be so irritated. Now, this right here is horrible. You probably need to ask Kid Cowboy that one, Shane. Because, see, he'll change his own mindset with that right there. If the Cowboys pick quarterback at 12, you just wasted the pick. Why is that? Because he ain't going to never play. As long as Dak Prescott here. As long as Dak Prescott is healthy, if you draft a quarterback at 12, he would never play. Never. Because why is that? Because the Cowboys are not going to sit down a man that's making $60 million a year. They're not going to put that guy on the bench. The only way he's not going to play is unless he's hurt. Been a wasted pick. I need impact at 12. Immediate. I ain't got time for project and, that's that draft developmental mess again. No. If you got an Aaron Rodgers situation, or the Jets have said they're not committing to Aaron Rodgers next year, now you know you need to draft a quarterback. Cowboys are not in that type of situation. Nowhere near it. If you are Tennessee Titan, I get it. So that's why I told you, Shane. That's a question for Kid Cowboy, but you can tell by his answer. He all for that. Draft a quarterback at 12 who's going to ride the bench for real. See what I'm saying? Right there. Now all of a sudden you want the quarterback at 12. See what I'm saying? I knew he was going to do it. Wow. That's a waste of a pick, Brother Shane. Ask me that same question in 2 years, and I'll probably have definitely a different answer for you. Because the last 2 years of his contract, avoidable years. It means the Cowboys can get from under him. Now it's time to transition. Not now. At 12? See, if we were drafting at 20 or 21, I still wouldn't do it. But, okay, I might be able to get it. I will understand it better. But when you drafting this high, you ain't got time for no draft and development at 12. Them guys need to be on the field. And a quarterback is not getting on the field unless he's hurt. It's the only way. And somebody may say, well, what about J.J. McCarthy and Sam Darnold? Well, the Vikings didn't think Sam Darnold was going to be this good like he was last year. See? But once they figured out that Sam Darnold was like that, they weren't talking about no J.J. McCarthy. Sam Darnold balled out last year. Wasn't nowhere in the world they're going to sit him there. Remember, they drafted J.J. first, then they signed Sam Darnold. They really brought him in to be a backup. So, no. And watch this. And watch this, y'all. This is what Kid Cowboy may have a problem, y'all. Saw him in the chat say that the quarterback, Dak is, what you say, Kid Cowboy? Kid Cowboy says this. The over and under is how many games, 4 stars is 9. So they predicting him to make just 9 games this year. All right. Let's see. Let me test you out, Kid Cowboy. Because you'll do anything to get rid of that. I mean, if they said Nick Foles was available, you'll take Nick Foles. I get it. Let me ask y'all. No, I don't, Jay Bryant. I won't take the chance because you're wasting J.J. McCarthy's pick. So you drafted him in the first round to come in and be the man. He's healthy now. I wouldn't pay, and Sam had played himself into some big money. I wouldn't pay Sam Darnold because I got to see more than 1 year. And then I already drafted my future with with J.J. McCarthy. I gotta put J.J. out there as quick as possible while he's on a rookie deal. See what I'm saying? So Sam may go somewhere else and crank it up again. But I already drafted my future. I got to find out what J.J. is before the time comes where I have to play him. Let me say this to Kid Cowboy and for some of you guys. As much as y'all said y'all don't like Shedeur, let's just imagine if Shedeur failed to 12. All that bravado. Now, y'all know he can play. Y'all just don't like him because he's a Sanders. Y'all don't like his daddy. Y'all don't like the bravado that he have. Y'all don't like the cockiness that he have. But if Shedeur was there at 12, y'all drafted Shedeur at 12. Because by that time, that would be the guy that would be there. If y'all liking Jason Dart all of a sudden, Jason Dart ain't gonna move up that high. He might jump up in the first round, but he ain't moving up that high. No. So you drafted Shedeur? So that's probably the quarterback that would be there. If it was a quarterback, we talking about first round guys. If the names ain't Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, I'm not thinking about the quarterback at all. And depending on the team, you're not thinking about a quarterback, period. I'm just saying. I agree with Quack. Dak Prescott is not one of those problems. At all. Not to me. And I already know I'm going to get some opposition on it. Dak Prescott is not one of those problems. So, to answer your question again, Shane, no way. Not at 12. No. A quarterback? No. No. All right, y'all. Very interesting conversation we had. I've been on 2 hours. I appreciate everybody. Y'all hit that like button. Do it now for me. I'll stay with you just for a few more minutes. Hit that like button for me, man. Y'all enjoyed the show. I enjoyed y'all in the comment section. I told y'all was going to produce it. Y'all did it. So I really enjoyed this. And as we get closer and closer, the conversations are gonna get a little bit more crazy because every week something gonna come out. Whether gyms and organizations are playing poker with each other, talking down people when they really want to pick them up. There's gonna be some movement, as it always is in the draft. Um, there's gonna be some shocking picks that are gonna happen in the draft. There's gonna be some strange free agency things that's gonna come out, especially the Cowboys. There's gonna be some overpaying by the Cowboys. If the rumors are true about OC and 21 to $22 million a year, although the market demands that the same, I think that's too much for OC because he's not one of those type of dudes. Very good football player. But OC was a part of the defense over the last few years that couldn't stop the run. We always keep saying we need defensive tackles, but OC was one. The reason why y'all keep saying it because the defensive tackles that we got didn't get the job done. OC was a part of that. To me, he's undersized, and when you start getting 340-pound guard laying on a guy that ain't even 300 pounds from the defensive tackle position, you're not going to stop the run. OC ain't a great run stopper. He's known as a playmaking defensive tackle, which he is. 22 million. That'll be one of the times where I very well may be just like Stephen Jones saying, hey, for the money that we're paying that one guy, you get 2 or 3. I would take that for that. That's me. But they like their guys. And they will overpay. Yeah, see, a lot of y'all are saying the same thing. He's good. I don't want to say like he's some trash. He is not trash. All I'm saying is he's been here long enough. He's a part at the position that he plays. Every year we keep saying we need defensive tackle. But he's been here. Every year we still say the same thing. We can't stop the run. Well, OC was a part of that. And if he really was one of those dudes, I wouldn't be saying what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I need a guy about 340 that's just gonna stand his ground. I'm not mad either, Terry. I just don't think because the market demands it. That's what the market demands. 20 to 22 million. But we all know OC ain't one of those. Boy. And like I said before, what's up, Sport Chunky? And like I said before, everybody got a different way, but I'm paying Parsons first. I'm giving all the options beforehand so I can have all my money to play with, and then I'll pay everybody else. I'm paying Parsons first. So that way I get some relief in the cap. I extend them, I get relief in the cap. Then I'm restructuring CD and Dak. Just those 3 moves there will give you over $100 million. Now I can play whichever way I want to play. If I want to go get free agency, I got the money, which we know the Cowboys probably ain't gonna do. Not the big name guys. I got money where I can re-sign our guys. Because I done what I need to do to create the cap space. Restructure Dak, CD, pay Parsons. That's over $100 million. This has been proven. This is not innuendo. This is the truth. Pay that. Do those 3 moves. You got over $100 million salary cap. Relief. Now you can go pay anybody. Now after that, now I can draft. Cause see, a lot of my needs gonna be taken care of just with the free agency part. Even if it's just signing your free agent off your team, re-signing guys. It's really common sense. That's the move I'm waiting on. I ain't got this time to be playing, Jerry playing let's make a deal, all that type of stuff. I ain't got time for that this year. But that's what they do. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do it. And we'll be talking about this same stuff. We'll get to training camp. And we're gonna be saying they didn't do nothing. As a lot of us think that's gonna happen anyway. That they're not gonna do anything. So when Jerry and Steven and Coach Schottenheimer and Will McClay sit up there at their desk on their first day of training camp in Oxnard, getting up there talking about, I really like our roster. And I don't want to hear that mess this year. I don't want to hear it. Because if you're not gonna do anything, if you're gonna give me these lower end free agents for depth, if you're just gonna re-sign your guys, if you're not gonna do too well in the draft, then all I'm gonna be doing is saying the same stuff I said the last 2-3 years. I ain't got time for it this year. I ain't gonna have no hope. Kid Cowboys, come on now. You're better than that. I know you can't stand that, but you better than that. Teams do this all the time, man. You know that. They convert money into signing bonuses. That's their right as an organization. The players are not missing any money. They create the cap. For instance, you're worried about Dak Prescott making $60 million a year. What if the Cowboys say, because they can make the cap number be whatever they want it to be. Let's just say we want Dak Prescott to only have $2 million. Nope. No, wrong Cowboy. Wrong Kid Cowboy. They can do it the following year. Been doing it forever. You ain't got to play 2 years for restructuring. You're wrong on that. Make sure you check that out. If you want Dak Prescott, the cap number to be $2 million, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to give him a $58 million check when Dak signed a contract. That's their right. Dak ain't got to be a part of it at all. They're going to say, hey, we restructuring your deal. You get this $58 million check. Your cap will be only $2 million on the cap this year, rather than let it be $89 million. Dak going to take that $58 million check with joy and have it direct deposit in his bank, and he gonna go play football. That's how you create. That's how everybody else do it. That's how what we don't do. We do it just little minimum stuff. That's how you do it. What's the new number? 275 for the cap this year. If you only got Dak Prescott, count on the $2 million for it. I'm just throwing a number out there. I think you helped yourself, didn't you? Hey. Okay. Ain't a matter if Dak gonna get the money. The money's guaranteed, if you remember. Okay? You create the cap. Create the cap space. No, Dak getting paid $60 million next year. Give him 58 of it as a signing bonus. You gonna take it. You ain't got no choice. You gonna take it. And his cap number now goes from 89 million against the cap to only 2. It's common sense. Same rules apply for CD Lamb. Give him 30 of his little $34 million he getting next year. Guess what? On the count is $4 million against the cap. You just helped yourself as an organization. Now you created, now you got more money to play with. It's simple. It's simple. Simple. That's what I'm waiting on. I care less about the draft. First things first. Let me see how y'all gonna do with this cap. Let me see. Let me just see what y'all gonna do. I agree, Kid Cowboy, and that's the reason why we're in the position that we in. You got to change if you're gonna keep up. I hate to get in other team business, but you can't ignore it. The Philadelphia Eagles supposedly are going to go after Myles Garrett. Hello, the world champion. You don't think adding a Myles Garrett to this team is going to be major league damage for everybody else? You better do something about this roster, or you're going to fall further behind. Hello. The rich getting richer. I don't want to, look. Don't talk to me about no NFC East and playoffs and Super Bowls and NFC. I don't want to hear that. When the rich is getting richer, you adding potential of Myles Garrett to the Philadelphia Eagles? Come on, man. You got to do something. Washington got way over $100 million in salary cap. They got a quarterback who's on his rookie deal for the next 4 years, I think. You don't think Washington ain't about to stack the deck? They ain't got to pay their quarterback until another 2, 3, 4 years. I mean, at least another 3 years. Of course they're going to spend the money to try to stack the deck. And the Cowboys down here trying to play, let's make a deal. Jerry holding on to this stuff. Man, please. Okay, you want to be in last place in the division for the next few years with this attitude? Be my guest. Big Cowboy. Big Cowboy. The $58 million it is, that's simple. You have the total power. It don't have to be negotiated. You can make Dak Prescott or any other member of the team, you can make their cap number be what you want it to be. You just got to hand over whatever you want that cap, the remainder of that money, you got to convert it over to a signing bonus. Every NFL team does this. Every other team does it with their star players. They do it all the time. Yeah, Cowboy, you may be right over that, but guess what? They can kick the can on down the road too. And then most important, here's the real question though, Kid Cowboy. Was it worth it? Because in a few more months or later in this year, on a Thursday night, we all gonna be watching the first game of the year in Philadelphia where they raised the banner up saying they are the world champions. Is it worth it? You know the answer to that question. You know the answer to that question. Don't try to fight it with some of your little smart answers. They're raising the banner up. That place going to be electric. And it's a possibility, because Jerry wanted, that the Cowboys are going to be right there with them on that Thursday night game. The opening game of the year. You don't think that place ain't going to go cuckoo and that little thing show up and the fire shoot up in the air and it's going to say Philadelphia Eagles, the world champion, Super Bowl 59. Is it worth it? I tell you what, go ask the fan base down there, was it worth it? Yeah, there might be $400 million over the cap. Ask the organization. Ask Howard. Ask the owner. Ask the players. Was it worth it? That they can have that trophy and raise it in there saying we the best in the world. You ask them. You know the answer to that question. Philadelphia Eagles know what they're doing. They don't care nothing about being old against the cap. They wanted one thing. That's why they went out of Saquon. Now this team done it with less. Now, Kid Cowboys, this team has done it with less. But what happened when the Rams sold out? What happened, Kid Cowboy? Then the Rams raised up the banner? When they gave up all them first-round picks and second-round picks and spent money on Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and Brockers and And I mean, come on now. And Matthew Stafford, you go ask them, it wasn't worth it. What you think Tampa Bay said? When they let Tom Brady come down there and just reconstruct the whole team, go get guys out of retirement and all that type of stuff. You tell me if Tampa Bay don't think it was worth it to say at the end of the day, we're the best team in the world. You tell me. You tell me, is it worth it? I'm just telling you. And I tell you this, as crazy as this fan base is, that is Cowboy Nation, if some kind of way the Cowboys will win the Super Bowl, I'll answer my own question. And I don't care where we are in the camp. If we raise that trophy up, it was worth it. And that's the bottom line. I think that's a good place for me to go on and exit out of here. I think that is. I don't care if they're $1 billion over cap. If what they did produced a Super Bowl win, and there's a parade in Dallas, Texas, and they walking around in Dallas, Texas on the street, I will fly from Memphis to Dallas right there and be in the streets with all them people and watch them float by as somebody holds their trophy in the air saying we the best. It will be worth it. That's what every team say. That's what Philly say. That's what the Super Bowl teams previous to that will say. And the Cowboy fans will love it. They can care less about being overkill. Figure it out. In other words, we will suffer for the next 3 years just as long as we was able to raise that trophy up in the modern era saying we are the best. I forget a dynasty. Rams didn't care none of it. They thought they could get away. But I mean, they went to the playoffs still. They just didn't win the Super Bowl. The Rams went. The Buccaneers went long as Brady was here. He just won one Super Bowl. They didn't go down the drain like everybody was saying. They did not. They just didn't win it. They just won it one time. And that one time carried a lot of weight. Exactly. You call a Coke. No, it's not a Coca-Cola moment, Kid Cowboy. See, that's why I wonder about you sometimes with your comment. It's a world championship moment. That's what it's called. And it no Coca-Cola moment. It's a forever moment. You will forever be known as a team that won the world championship. And that's worth it. It's worth it. It ain't no question. You'll be by one of the only ones that say it wasn't worth it. And no, it's well worth it. Oh, you may not win. You may not get a chance at a dynasty like the Chiefs. You may not be a dynasty like the Chiefs are. But you interrupt some dynasty. Just with that one championship. It's just like right now. I'll finish with this. Y'all can't see it because I'm in the way and I can't change it. Look at this. Look at this shirt I got on. This is why it's worth it. And this is an old shirt. I just wear it just to be wearing it. I'll take the bullet. This right here, since you can't see it, it says 5-time Super Bowl champions. And some of these championships come from the early 70s. But it's something. It's pride. It means something that you want it. Of course, this is a Cowboy shirt. Got every Super Bowl there. Look, every patch is there. I know y'all can't see it because I'm not standing up. Every patch on the side of it have every Super Bowl. It means something to say you the champion. Why do you think teams honor teams from the 70s? Why do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers still honoring team from the 70s? Why do you think the Cowboys bringing in all these guys still from 1972 and 1978? Why do you think they honor these teams? Huh? Because it means something when you get the job done. Man, please. Yes, it's worth it. Get the cap. Cap, worrying about the cap will get you talking about the same thing, same old for the last 15, 16 years. I don't care nothing about the cap. There's not a championship trophy for being the salary cap champions of the world. It's just not. It's not. If it was the case, Stephen Jones would have it every year. No. You don't even get to be executive of the year by keeping the cap right. No. You get a trophy for one thing only. You get two. If you win the NFC or AFC championship game, you get a trophy. And of course, the Super Bowl trophy. That's it. Those are only 3 trophies that you're giving out. What's up, Rob? It means something. No, Pittsburgh still have the same standard. They just don't have the talent to get it there. I mean, to get it there. You got a great coach that just done ran you in the see Mahomes, Mahomes is like Michael Jordan. I'm saying that to say this. Michael Jordan stopped a lot of guys from being thought of in a different way. He alone and the Bulls stopped Karl Malone, John Stockton, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley. The only way somebody won was Houston when Michael went to go play baseball. Michael Jordan stopped a lot of destiny. The championship would have probably been split all type of different ways. Mike said, no, I'm standing at the mountain and ain't nobody taking this away from me. It's kind of like what Mahomes did. That's why the championship is so special to Philly right now. Because they said, we're going to knock you off this mountain, Mahomes. We know you're going to be here every year. Everybody else a little scared of you. Everybody else they can't get past you. Josh Allen can't get past you. But we're going to beat your brains out this year. Now, you might get here next year and you might have a different team, all that type of stuff. But this year right here, we taking it. That's how bad Patrick Mahomes got this lead. And Patrick Mahomes is so good that even though Philly won, there's still team people that believe Patrick Mahomes still the man to beat. That's how bad he is. I'm just telling you. And that one championship from Philly, this just a few weeks ago, will be revered for many years. Not only because they won, it's also because who they beat to get it. Y'all can't tell me a championship don't, huh? You Cowboy, I wonder about you. I believe you just be saying stuff just to be saying it. Gotta correct that. It will be worth it. Can you imagine my shows if we win the World Championship, man? The reason why I keep saying World Championship is because on their rings, that's what it says, World Champions. It don't say Super Bowl champion. It say World Champion. I mean, you're the best in the world. That's why I keep saying that. Look, can you imagine my shows if we win? Man, nobody can say nothing to me. Folk, I'll lose numbers because folk wouldn't want to deal with me. I would lose numbers. Nobody won't want to see me, especially all these Cowboys. Man, if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, can you imagine all these content creators? Oh my God. Can you imagine ESPN? Can you imagine the pain of Stephen A. Smith, who's built his career off of hating the Cowboys? Can you imagine Skip Bayless, since he done switched to being an Eagle fan out here? Can you imagine? ESPN wouldn't know what to do with the Cowboys because they done made for the last 15 years. All they want to do is lead all the Cowboys and say how bad or how messed up the Cowboys are, laughing at Jerry Jones. If Jerry Jones could pull off winning the Super Bowl, ESPN wouldn't know what to do. Can you imagine Shannon Sharp, the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl? Think about it. You talking about sickness. Oh my God. Yeah, it'd be working. just to see the pain on Stephen A.'s face every day. Just to see Shannon Sharp shut his mouth. I would take it. No, Kid Cowboy, you can't say that because if the Super Bowl is your standard, then Steelers still won one. It's been a while, but they won in 2000. And then they've been in the playoff every year. Cowboys can't say that. Their coach has never had a losing season, period. That got to count for something. Since you just said they let go of Big Mike. But then how about their coach who ain't never, since he took the job, had a losing season? You just said we just let go of Big Mike out of 3 12-5 seasons. Okay. Colin, the coach of the Steelers, he's never had a losing season in his career. It got to mean something. That means the Pittsburgh Steelers 9 times out of 10 have been to the playoffs every year. No, the standards are different. The standards are the standards because of the team of the 70s. That was the standard. That's what they used to. Even though it's been, since 2000 or whatever. They got 6. They got 6 Super Bowls. It means something. We got ours by the team of the 90s. Total, we got 5. It means something. The 49ers got 5, 4 or 5, whatever it is. It means something. The Chiefs got 3 or 4, whatever it is, 4. It means something. And Philly with they 2. Yeah. It means something. You ain't talking about nothing. Pittsburgh Steelers went to the playoffs though. Kid Cowboy. 9-8. Again, I say, Mike Tomlin has not had a losing season since he became the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. That means something. The standards are still there. They just can't get it to the top. And then that may be player driven. Might be a little coaching issue, whatever the case may be. They're in the postseason every year. We can't say that. Okay. It means something. It means something just to make the playoffs. I'm not trying to lower the standards there. I'm just saying it means something. But if you win a Super Bowl, oh my God. No. All right, I've been on too long. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Hit that like button again for me as you go out. I worked a little overtime with y'all. I didn't know it. I just looked at it. I've been on for 2 hours and almost 30 minutes. It has been fun. See, you have fun when you're talking about it. We're going to talk more about the draft on Monday night. I'm quite sure we'll hear something more. In the meantime, a lot of stuff on tonight. Elimination Chamber, if you're a wrestling fan, that's coming on today. Tank fights tonight. Javante Davis fights tonight. Later on tonight, late. So a lot of good things about to come on tonight. If you're a sports fan, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. The Combine, I believe, is still being shown. I don't know if it's on right now, but I'm quite sure they'll run a replay or something like that. So a lot of good stuff on. Until Monday, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm out. This has been the one and the only, the Big Time Show.